So the natural energy also plays a big role. Inside your manuals on, I can't see it there, page 103, we've got some examples of this. So we've actually just listed a whole lot of activities and roles inside a business, and we've given you what energies are best suited to those roles. So it's nowhere complete, but there's a lot of common ones there. And you're welcome in sessions to come and ask me why we think that energy is best suited. We don't always think, we often know. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you kind of learn which energies are best suited for what, and that you use it as a tool. Because I promise you, if you get this and values right, even if you mess up the other stuff, you're going to be able to get that person to be close to you and work effectively for the business. Because those are the two biggest things. Remember, values supersede the natural energy, meaning you'll act out of your natural energy if it serves your value. But in most cases, you're going to be pretty accurate if if you're hiring a champion to do the accounts. It's not going to work. Okay, so, and I'm afraid it is a little bit discriminative. I remember the first time I had many, many years ago, I had an editor that worked for me. And she was on contract. I didn't know what employment contracts were in those days, but I paid her a monthly amount. And she used to edit all the stuff I wrote because I was dyslexic and dear Mackay, I couldn't write very well. I thought I wrote well. I read it a week later, I'm like, what the friggin' hell was I writing? So I got better, so I don't need her anymore. But she used to rewrite all my stuff. And when I first found out about natural energy, she was the only person officially in my team. So I said, well, Lauren, please do this test. And I made the stupid mistake of saying, look, I don't mind what you come out as long as it's not, in those days we called it a creator or a catalyst in these days. I said that. What do you think she came out as? And she said she even tried not to come out as. Try to manipulate it. The only way you can actually manipulate your energy is by consciously answering every question the opposite to what you believe it is. And then you will often come out somewhere around the opposite of who you are. So that's about as good as you're going to get. You cannot figure out how to answer those questions so that you come out as a particular energy, right? So it's designed like that. It's a bit confusing. The point is, she came out as a catalyst, and I had to eat my words. And like, Lauren, please don't leave me. But she would have to eventually because it was not her calling, and it wasn't a natural energy to sit and be an editor and rewrite other people's text. So you want to learn this, and you want to use this effectively. And if you have an existing team, please spend a little bit of money. Again, not necessarily for labor force, but definitely for a sub-management and operational perspective, and profile them all. And if you do that within the next 5 weeks, you get the privilege of coming in and saying, hey, Brian, can you give me a little bit of insight? Now, be careful. There are a lot of people in the room. With the students, if you're a student, I'll definitely give you more insight. If you're an elite, we'll do it literally in the bush. In fact, a lot of the elites, because they didn't take this advice, all ended up buying profiles. Unfortunately, they could we could send them to people and they got response, and there was some very interesting conversations. Because, a lot of them started like, oh my God, I'm in shit, Brian. Because, I'm like, why are you in shit? No, because everyone came out the wrong way. And I said, that doesn't mean you're in shit. It just means we have to look at this and restructure it slowly but surely, right? And so you're never actually in complete shit unless you're a creator and the other 3 people in your business are a catalyst and the other 3 people in your business are all catalysts as well. Then you are in shit. Okay, and it has happened before. But I'll help you through that as well, because being a catalyst, I figured it out. The point is, we really want to know, are people being served effectively? This is the only one we can do guaranteed. We can test them and mold them and move them into places where they are mostly doing things in their natural energy, and we will see an immediate result. Values change all the time, so you've actually got to do that on a continuous basis. You've got to be aware of that. Many other factors that we make assumptions around, we're not always 100% sure, but this actually gives us 100% clarity on that basis. So you can kind of see, even in the context of what these different energies do, product improvement, problem solving, that's the innovative energy. Marketing and team, consistent delivery and customer experience, administration and finance. Now, this is not a complete system, right? There's a lot more detail around that. But you can kind of see straight away. So if you've hired a person who's supposed to be doing your administration and finance, and they come out as a champion, then you've got a problem. But it's a resolvable problem. It doesn't mean they can't, in the short term at least, carry on doing your administration and finance. But it's something we probably in the long term are going to have to change. And sometimes I'll interview you about that, and we'll know in the short term we have to change this because it's actually affecting you already. So, just please understand, a lot of people get confused when they see customer experience down here, because they think customer experience is, they think it's, who's the best person to control your customer experience? The person that looks at the clock. That's why Kristen's actually pretty cool to have in your business, because a lot of my friends who supposedly help teams, all high energy people, head in the clouds, crazy, whereas when Kristen comes into your business, she takes the details serious, because that's her natural energy, all right? And so, that kind of makes it a bit different. Of course, when she's up here talking, she's not as vibrant and crazy as some of us, but what she says is no less impactful. And that's the difference. You can see, joking, she looked at the clock about 14 times or something. I look at it once a year. It's crazy. But that's the difference between this high intuitive head in the clouds energy and the sensory energy. Customer experience, and that's also why it's natural in Kristen's space, because the people that ensure that people are having the experience that they should be having in the business are the custodians, which is actually Kristen's profile. They're the people that realize it's about the consistency. It's about the consistency in how we connect. By the way, connecting, so when she talks about communicating stuff, that's not even relevant to profile. Every one of you should be able to learn how to do that. But when it comes to the operational perspective, customer experience is controlled by the people that ensure we deliver consistently, because even service is delivered consistently, right? And so please understand that. We think we are up here, and then we're wondering why clients are leaving us left, right, and center.